Hello, once again, everybody. Great to have you with us. We would like to welcome all the new subscribers and people that have found our channel and are enjoying these matchups as much as I am. It's great to have you. And if you're wondering how we get this all done, it's through Out of the Park Baseball, that great game that I encourage everyone to take a look at. It is the game that brings enjoyment to us and can relive past teams and past seasons and all kinds of customizable things I think you're really going to enjoy. So we are here for Series 176, another good one, and we're glad you're here with us, of course. We are ready to present now our two new teams for this matchups. It is a best of 7, as always, and we will introduce first the 1939 Boston Red Sox, led by Joe Cronin, the Hall of Famer. The Red Sox won 89 games, lost 62, and they had a rookie by the name of Ted Williams, who at 20 years old banged out 31 homers, 145 RBIs, and hit .327, starting one of the great careers in history. Ted Williams started it off all in 1939, and we'll be able to see a young Williams play in this series. There's Cronin, the player-manager. He hit .308 and also drove in 107, still getting it done at 32 while leading the ball club. And Bobby Doerr's also here at 21 years old. He hit .318, starting off a good career. Bobby Doerr, one of the mainstays for a long time in Boston. And the great Jimmy Fox, the Hall of Famer at 31, hit 35 homers, 105 RBIs, .360 for Fox, a .464 on-base percentage. And there you get an idea of just how good this Boston offense was. Doc Kramer also hit .311. He's there in center field, drove in 56. And Joe Vosmick drove in 84, batting .276 as well in the outfield. Jim Tabor, the third baseman, .289 for him, 95 RBIs. And Johnny Peacock, the catcher, he hit .277. Not really there for his hitting, but you can see just how good the offense was. Numerous young, good talent that would keep the Red Sox winning for quite a while. A very, very good hitting team and balanced. There wasn't really a weak spot in the lineup. Pitching wise, there's Lefty Grove at 39 years old, .254 ERA. Grove, 17 complete games, still very effective at his advanced age. Very good control pitcher and very good. Only lost 4 games as we mentioned. Jack Wilson, a little bit worse there, 11-11 in his 177 innings. His .467 ERA, not the greatest. Fitz Ostermuller, 11-7 for the 31-year-old. He had a .424. He got into 20 starts. And Eldon Walker at 9-10. His ERA well over 5. He started in 25 games. You also have Denny Galehouse and Woody Rich. So you can see here, not the deepest, not the best pitching staff for the Red Sox, which kind of tells the story of why, with a lineup as good as they had, they weren't able to move on to the pennant. Joe Heving, he is the best reliever along with Emerson Dickman. They're both quite good. Dickman ERA a little bit higher, and you can see there how the bullpen was used. Even Jimmy Fox got into a game pitching, but that's a whole different story there. So it's all about the hitting and all about Fenway Park for the Red Sox. An excellent hitting team that I think you're going to enjoy watching in this best of 7. Their opponents from 1952, it is the St. Louis Club, the Browns, who lost 90 games, so they might very well be easy prey for the Red Sox. Roger Hornsby didn't make it through the year. Marty Marion took over as the manager, and the great Bill Veeck was the general manager of this team. Looking at the Browns, you can see here Bob Neiman, 18 home runs, 74 RBIs. He hit .289. Jim Dick, 15-64 for him at third base. He hit .269. And from there, maybe you can look at Dick Krahowski, .243, 11-42 for him. But the hitting, obviously, an issue. Clint Courtney drove in 50 at catcher, hit .286, not bad for him. Bobby Young at second base, only at .247. Not much speed on this team. Joe DeMaestri, .226, only at shortstop. And Jim Rivera, the other outfielder, .256. He only drove in 30. So definite issues here for the Browns hitting. Fred Marsh had 247 at-bats, hit .279. Maybe Gordon Goldsberry, another man off the bench we might see, but not much speed, not much power, and nobody over 300 on this team that hit 250 as a unit. So not very good. Pitching-wise, Dwayne Pillette, 10 and 13 with a 359 and 205 innings. Not bad for Pillette. He obviously had a losing record, but pitched pretty good. Tommy Byrne, 7 and 14, even worse luck for him, a 468. He completed 14 games, walked 112 men, which is pretty high, and his whip at 1.5 there. Bob Kane, 12 and 10 with a 413, and Ned Garver at 26 years old, not bad at all, 7 and 10 with a 369 for Garver. And fans, there you have it, the closer, the great Satchel Paige, at 45 years old. He actually started in 6 games, but was primarily used as a reliever, a 1.2 whip. He pitched in 138 innings, walked 57, and struck out 91. Not too many major league rosters you'll find Satchel Paige on, so we're excited about that. Interesting to see as well if we'll see him start any of the games. Gene Barden is there as well, some of the other names out of the pen. But of course, the Browns with some major issues. They finished in 7th in the American League and did lose the 90 games. So looking at it on paper, yes, indeed, it would appear that the Red Sox are the favorites. They're the ones that are going to get the most anticipated wins because of the lineup they have and some of the stars and Hall of Famers on their roster. But that's why we play the best of 7 series, to see where things go. First 2 games at Fenway Park before we go to Sportsman's Park for the middle portion, and we'll see how things play out in Series 176. Game 1, Dwayne Pillette ready to face off against 39-year-old Lefty Grove. Should be exciting. Once again, fans, it is the 1952 St. Louis Browns ready to take on the 1939 Boston Red Sox. So everything's ready to go. We'll see if we maybe get an anticipated Satchel Paige-Ted Williams matchup. Would love to see that. We'll see if it comes to be, and we will move forward. So getting ready to start Game 1 from Fenway. This best of 7 series between the Browns and the Red Sox ready to go. Well, here we go with you here at Fenway Park. Both teams ready for action. We got a capacity crowd here in Boston. Glad you can join us as we mentioned earlier. Again, the weather not perfect here, but we'll see where things go. And ready for action. First inning work, Jim Rivera against Lefty Grove. This best of 7 series is underway. Ball hit deep to center field, way back there to the wall. It's going to drop in there, so Rivera, he's going to have extra bases. He's going to move all the way to third to open up this series and this game with a triple for the Browns. Rivera off of Grove gets it done there. And here's Kihowski with a chance to give his team the lead. He'll fly to center field with nobody out. That could very well score the run. Catch is made, throw is cut off, and it's 1-0 Browns here in Game 1. They take the lead early. And the bottom of the first, here come the Red Sox. Jimmy Fox up with 2 on and nobody out. And Fox is going to hit it to short. He hits into a double play, so the Browns turn that fairly easily. 2 outs now for Ted Williams, a runner on third. And the rookie will come through and line a single here to right field to tie the game. Ted Williams with an RBI. He might be due for a huge series. To the 4th we go. Jim Dyke against Grove. Line shot and a hard one in the corner there and left. Dyke is going to head to second. He has a double here in the 4th inning with nobody out. But we'll move bottom of the 4th with Cronin on second and Bosman the hitter. 2 outs. Fly ball deep to center field. This one's going to be over the head of the center fielder, and Boston will take the lead. It doesn't look like the center fielder had a good track on that one. And Bosmick will Stop at second base with Cronin scoring. It's 3-1 now in the fifth inning. Cronin up again. He lines this one hard and deep to center field, to the wall. Home run! Goodbye, 400 plus feet here. Our score now goes 5-1. And Boston has opened things up in a big way. Let's see if the Browns can come back. Courtney, the catcher's up here. He'll line a shot to left field with a couple men on. That'll drop in there, run around in third, so it's going to be 5-2 now. The Browns trying to make some noise. Still not done. Delsing in there, and Grove is in some trouble. This ball's hit to left, but this one should be caught. It is. So we have 2 outs. 5-2 game, runner on third. We're in the 7th inning. Joe Heving is the new pitcher for Boston. And this one's drilled to left field. That's going to get down. A nice attempt, but the ball will drop in there. And Boston now has their lead cut to 5-3. And the tying run at the plate, and Bob Neiman. And Neiman goes deep to center field. And that ball's over the head of the center fielder. So let's see if the runner on third will be chased home. He will. This is a 5-4 game. The Browns not going away easily. Bob Neiman with an RBI double. And now Jim Dyke has a chance to tie the game, or even better. He hits it to shortstop, however. Play's going to be made there, and Boston will hold on to their 1-run lead. To the 8th inning, Courtney the hitter. Heving still pitching for the Red Sox. This one's lined past the third baseman for a leadoff hit. So the Browns, the tying run now on first base for Jim Delsing. Delsing will pop it up, however. That should be an infield fly, easy play by Dorr. 1 out for Marty Marion. Marion looks at strike 3. So with 2 down, Bobby Young the hitter. It's a 1-run game. And Young hits it hard, but to second, Dorr is there. So the Red Sox still holding on here. 5-4. We move bottom of the 8th. Fosmic the hitter. Harris now the new pitcher, and this one's drilled. It'll drop in there for a hit in right field for a leadoff single. But we'll move to the 9th now, where Jake Wade is on here to try to close the door. Fred Marsh the hitter, his team down 1 run. Can the Browns make a comeback? But there's a strikeout. Marsh down on strikes. And Jim Rivera now the hitter. Rivera takes ball 4, so the Browns trying to get a rally here. Kehowski now the man at the plate. Emerson Dickman has come in to pitch. But this one's hit hard and deep. Off of the wall. He missed a home run by a few feet. This one's going to be a double, folks. And now things get really interesting. We got runners on second and third with only 1 out, and Bob Neiman, the hitter. Infield is in. Neiman will hit it deep and far to left field, to the wall. What a clutch home run by Bob Neiman. A 3-run bomb here. It is now 7-5 St. Louis. Fenway Park is stunned. Neiman comes through with an unbelievable blow. 7-5 now. Here is Dick to the plate. He hits a liner that's going to drop in there for a hit. St. Louis just waking up in a huge way, and you got to give him credit. They never quit here. Here's Delsing. He goes down the line. The Browns not done at all here. Run around in third. It is going to be 8-5 Browns. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Jimmy Fox now facing Satchel Paige, who's in to try to close it out. Fox will single here to left field. Full count now against Ted Williams. So here's the Page-Williams matchup we had talked about, but that's hit to second. And Williams hits into a game-ending double play. Satchel Paige gets the best of the 20-year-old rookie, and what a win for the Browns. They came roaring back when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen for them, In fact, folks, this game was at one point a 5-1 game, but the Browns roared back, especially with the 4 runs in the 9th inning, and Bob Neiman, a big 3-run bomb. He went 3 for 5 in this one. Cronin had a decent game for the losing side, and Lefty Grove struck out 6, looked like he was on his way, but his bullpen did fall apart. Dickman takes the loss, Satchel Paige gets the save, and Harris was the man around to get the win. 14 hits for the Browns, and again, a great comeback. Some games like that early can really go a long way to building confidence for these teams, and you saw it there, fans. St. Louis stealing game 1 and setting the stage for this series. So Boston now with their work cut out for them, they're going to send Jack Wilson to the mound against Bob Kane. Game number 2 from Fenway Park. Let's hope it's as exciting as game 1 and see where we go from here. So let's get out to the action. Game 2 coming up. Rivera leading off the ball game. 3 degrees in Boston. And this one's ripped down the line and fair to lead off this ball game. Rivera's going to have a double. Maybe more. He's going to hold up though with 2. So Rivera. It's to third base. Comes Bob Neiman. Neiman's going to hit this one to center field. Let's see if that's deep enough to score the first run of the game. Throw to the plate is on its way, but it's going to be late, and it is 1-0 in favor of St. Louis. They make it 2-0 as we move to the 5th. Joe Vosmick, the hitter, the man on third, and Vosmick is going to walk. And now Johnny Peacock, the hitter with 2 on. Peacock hit this one back to the pitcher. The play made at first in time, so the Browns will hold on to their lead as we move to the 7th. The Browns again stunning here, the Red Sox. Here's Ted Williams up at the plate. He will take ball 4 as he checked his swing, and it's going to be Joe Cronin now. Cronin, however, swings through it, strike 3. So Earl Harris on the mound now against Doc Kramer here in the 7th inning. It's 2-0. And this one's lifted to left field, deep out near the scoreboard, but it will be caught. Out number 2 here. A brilliant pitching display by the Browns. To the 8th we go. Johnny Peacock up there. 2-0 still our score. This one's grounded to short. Let's see if a play is made. Not in time. An infield hit there by Peacock. So with 1 out, Ian DeSaltos is the hitter. And he lines one to center field. That'll get down all the way to the wall. Peacock head in the 3rd. So 2nd and 3rd, the Red Sox finally a credible threat. Jim Tabor's the hitter. 1 out, and the tying run's on the bases. And this is hit to 3rd. Play will be made at first. The run will score, so it's a 2-1 ball game. And the tying run now on 2nd base for Bobby Doerr. A full count here. Let's see what happens. Grounder to short again. That should be playable. It is. And the Browns hold on here. They let up a run. But it's 2-1 as we move to the 9th. Delsing, the hitter here against Heavy. This one's lined to left field in between the hole there. That's a base hit. We move bottom of the 9th, fans. It's 2-1, and Satchel Paige has come in to close it out. Against Jimmy Fox, can Paige hold on to that 1-run lead? Well, let's find out. This one's hit hard to 2nd, but a nice play there. Kurhowski makes it 1 out for Ted Williams. Page delivers. He walks Williams, so the tying run on base, the winning run at the plate in Joe Cronin. Page delivers. Ball 4 inside, so Satchel Paige, a rare stint here of bad control, and the Red Sox really now have a chance. 1 out here. Doc Kramer, the hitter. They pinch run for Williams on second. This one's lined into the gap. That's going to get a run home. Runner going to score. It is now 2-2. And the Red Sox get back in it off of Satchel Paige on a Doc Kramer double. Bases loaded now for Peacock. Can they win it? But this has popped up on the infield. That'll be easy. So 2 outs. And Paige now trying to get past Mo Berg, who's a pinch hitter here. The base is loaded. He gets him on the strikeout. So Paige composes himself, but did allow the tying run, and we move to extras now. 2-2 tie. Nick Wade is the new pitcher, and there's the first out of the 10th inning. Neiman, the hitter. Neiman a line of single center field here in the 10th. Jim Dick, the hitter. This has popped up. Should be playable for the second out of the inning. It is. And 2 outs now for Courtney. Courtney goes to center field, but this also should be playable, so we'll move bottom to the 10th. All tied up at 2. Paige still in the game. Here's Tabor, the hitter. This won't go anywhere. Fly ball to left field for the out. Delsing is there. Jimmy Fox looking to end this game with 1 swing of the bat. Paige strikes out, however, can't catch up to the Paige fastball. We move to the 11th. This one's hit to third. Let's see if a play's made. There it is. Tabor makes the play. 1 out for Marion. Marion takes one inside. Ball 4. He's on base. And here's Bobby Young. Bickman, the new pitcher here. And he gets a strikeout on a 2-2 offering. So 2 outs here for Goldsberry. Emerson Dickman delivers. This is hit to first. And the Red Sox get out of the 11th. And they're going to try to win it here in their half. Lou Sleeter is the new pitcher for St. Louis. This one's hit hard, but should be caught out there in right field. And Joe Cronin now. Outside for ball 4. Doc Kramer, the hero earlier, he's now up at the plate. He hits it up the middle, but there'll be a play there and a double play. So to the 12th we go. Still tied at 2 in this tight game. Dickman still in the game against Rivera. This ball's hit hard, and it is going to drop in there for a hit in right field. Kurhowski gets the bunt down. It's a good one, but no, they get the play at second, so actually not a good one. He cannot advance the runner. Here's Neiman with 1 out. Neiman will line this one. That'll get down to right field. Runner heading to third, and the Browns have runners on the corners with only 1 out. A big chance here with a new pitcher now, Jim Bagby facing Jim Dick. Line a single to center field, and the Browns take the lead here to 3-2 in the 12th inning. A big RBI single there by Dick, and now Courtney looking to add to the lead. He lines one. That's going to get down. Another run for St. Louis. It is now 4-2. They've opened it up here in the 12th. Elsing, the hitter. Elsing will hit this one. That could drop. It will. Another hit. So the base is loaded for Marty Marion. Marion's going to fly this one. That'll be caught, but it could be deep enough. Here's the throw. The play not in time. Make it 3 runs for St. Louis. 5-2 as we move to the bottom of the 12th. This one's lined to left for a base hit by Vosnick. And Johnny Peacock up there, he will, however, pop it too high up in the air. It'll be caught out there. Neiman's got it, and Berger, the pinch hitter now. Berger goes to third, out at second. No, they can't make the play at second base, so everybody's safe. And now, folks, the tying run that comes to the plate, and Jim Tabor, let's see if Loose Leader can get out of it, and he strikes out Tabor, who now is 0 for 6 on the day with 3 strikeouts. What a rough day he's had. But it's up to Bobby Doerr here with 2 outs. Can the Red Sox do it again? This one's hit down the line, a fair ball. 1 run's going to score. Another man heading to third. So Boston won't go down easy. Bobby Doerr makes it 5-3, and we got the tying run on second for Jimmy Fox, who's the winning run. And he hits it, but to center field. Coming on in to make the play is the center fielder Rivera. And St. Louis holds on here in 12 innings, and they win it 5-3. Winning both games on the road and stunning the favored Boston Red Sox 2-0. They beat him twice at Fenway. Bob Kane and Jack Wilson, the early starters, did not take part in the decision. Jim Rivera, 4 for 6 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored. And you see there, Sleeter eventually got the win, and Bagby Jr. got the loss. It was the Browns who had a chance. Really, they were up in the 8th and 9th inning, but they allowed the Red Sox to come back. Kramer tied the game there in the 9th inning off Satchel Paige. Paige got out of a bases-loaded jam. Soon after that, the game rolled into the 12th, and in the 12th inning, it was the Browns who were able to put 3 runs on the board. Looking at it a little bit closely, Jim Dick with the big hit that broke the tie. Courtney also singled, as did Delsing, and Marion got the sacrifice fly. In the bottom of the 12th, it was Lou Sleeter who was able to close the door. And actually, Bagby came in later. Bagby gets hooked with the loss in this ball game. So 2 games in Boston, 2 wins for St. Louis. Nobody really was expecting that. But that's the way this game goes. The underdogs now have a chance to really do some damage as we go to Sportsman's Park for the middle of the series. It's going to be Fritz Ostermuller against Tommy Byrne for game number 3. Can Boston show some life? It's a must-win for the most part for them now. They're going to have to play great ball in St. Louis, or will the Browns really put the handcuffs on here and take full control? So let's head out now to St. Louis and a full Sportsman's Park for Game 3 of this best-of-7. St. Louis in control here, 2-0. So much excitement as we now hit the field. For the action as Tabor's the hitter. Madison actually gets the start here for St. Louis. And there's a strikeout to start things off. Madison disposes of the leadoff man, and we move down to the bottom of the first. Courtney up with 2 men on. And Courtney lines one fair down the line here. It's going to get a run in. Maybe more. Courtney, the catcher, with a 2 RBI. Well, let's see. Yes, a 2 RBI double, and making it 2-0 early. It's now 6-2 as we move all the way to the 8th. St. Louis doing it again. Jimmy Fox up with 2 men on and 1 out. Full count, and Fox will fly this one to center field. Let's see if it's deep enough. Catch is made. Throw to the plate is going to be late, and Boston gets it into a 3-run game. But I don't know if it's going to be able to be close enough for them. Here's Delsing in the 8th inning. Flying to center field, a base hit for Delsing. Bottom of the 8th now, we continue. Tom Wright, the hitter, with the man on. And Wright's going to line this one to center field. That'll get down. First and second with 2 outs. 8th inning. We move to the 9th, the 6-3 game. Earl Harris facing Joe Cronin here. The Red Sox down 3. And this one's just dropped over the third baseman's head for a base hit for Cronin. But with 2 outs, it is now Joe Vosmick at the plate. Not much hope here for the Red Sox. Here's the pitch. Grounded past the third baseman, so Vosmick comes through here with the hit. It's going to be a double for him. The Red Sox need one more to get the tying run at the plate. Here's Johnny Peacock. He grounds it softly to third. The play made. Not in time. He will beat it. So the Red Sox do bring the tying run to the plate. And Gene DeSaltos. Gene DeSaltos the chance now with 2 on. Here's the pitch. Grounded the shortstop, however, played the short way. A tough throw, but a nice catch. And the Browns win game number 3 here at home. And they've won all 3 games of this series and take a 3-0 lead. Stunning here, the Red Sox. They are the underdogs in this series, and they've done a brilliant job in controlling it and winning the first 3 games handily. Tommy Byrne gets the win for the Browns. Bob Neiman, 2 for 3, a double, 2 runs scored. Jim Tabor, 2 for 4 for the losing side, and it was Ostermiller who really had trouble for the Red Sox. He allowed the 2 runs in the first inning, and after the third, it was 5-0. St. Louis, and in the 5th, made it 6-0. The Red Sox tried to make a comeback, could not. Harris gets the save, and fans, it is now a sweep possibility here for the underdog Browns, who have just put together a wonderful set of games here to control this series. You can see here, they won the opener 8-5, 5-3 in game 2, and 6-3 in their home field to get it done. Neiman has 5 RBIs in the series. For the Red Sox, a lot of trouble. Ted Williams is 1 for 8, only hitting .125, even though he has walked quite a bit. But that's not good enough, and now we are really looking at a big upset and a possible sweep as we move now to game number 4. St. Louis is going to send Ned Garver to the mound against Boston's Danny Galehouse in what is a desperation game for the Red Sox. So let's see if Boston can keep it alive and at least force a game 5, or will the Browns stun everybody, continue their great play, and end this in a sweep. So let's go live now to Sportsman's Park as the fans are excited to say the least, hoping their Browns can sweep away the Red Sox. Let's head to the action. Game 4 coming up. Game 4 now. Ned Garver, the pitcher on the mound for St. Louis, looking to close out this series, believe it or not. This one's hit to short. Next season plate starting game for St. Louis. Door on second base with Jimmy Fox at the plate. And this one's hit into left field. Let's see if Doerr's going to try to score. He will. The throw to the plate's going to be late, and Jimmy Fox is put up. The Red Sox 1-0 here very early. In the second inning, 2 on for Jim Delsing against Galehouse. Nobody out, and there's a pitch outside, so Galehouse in a big jam here. Bases loaded, nobody out for Marty Marion. And this is line to center field, so the Browns are going to tie this game. An RBI single by Marty Marion, and they aren't done yet. Bobby Young now has a chance. And Young lifts this one to left field on the run out there to make the catch. Here's Vosmick. 1 out here for the pitcher, Ned Garver. And the pitcher, Garver's going to single to center field. When things are going your way, they're going your way. 2-0 Browns, or 2-1, I should say. And here's Jim Rivera, who strikes out swinging. So that's the second out here in the second inning. But Krahowski still has a chance. The base is loaded. He grounds it back to the mound. Play made at first. So St. Louis takes a 2-1 lead here very early. To the third we go. Neiman's on second with Jim Dick at the plate. This one's lined deep to center field, way back to the wall. Home run, Jim Dick, out of Sportsman's Park. A 2-run bomb. What a series he's having. It's 4-1 St. Louis. To the fourth we go. Desperation time for the Red Sox. Cronin's going to go deep here to right field. That's way back there. That's to the wall. That's gone. Home run, Joe Cronin. And it's 4-3 now. So the Red Sox right back in this game. And now Kramer's on third with Peacock up and only one out. And this is lined to right field, and the Red Sox tie it up. Peacock with an RBI single. And Jim Tabor now with the chance and 2 outs, and he lines one hard to right. That'll get down. Runners rounding third. Well, he'll hold up there, so the score remains 4-4. Here's Bobby Dorr in a big spot, full count. But Dorr strikes out. To end the frame, the Red Sox do get 3 runs. It's a 4-4 tie. To the bottom of the fourth. Dick's back up there, who's already homered, and he lines a single up the middle, coming through again. Runner round in third, a great throw to the plate. However, good night, goodbye. He is out. Game remains tied at 4. To the fifth we go. Kramer with a great throw on that play, and here's Marion now with the man on. Line to left field, a base hit with 1 out, so St. Louis will not let up the pressure. It's first and second for Bobby Young. Young strikes out there. He couldn't catch up to the fastball. 2 outs for Gordon Goldsberry here against Woody Rich, the new pitcher for Boston. And there now is a strikeout, so that'll end the 5th inning. We are still tied at 4. To the 7th we go. Bobby Dorr, the hitter, facing Lou Sleeter. And there's a walk, so with 1 out, Boston has 2 men on, and Jimmy Fox, who's been very quiet this series. But he does have an RBI this game, but that's not going to get the job done. A foul out for Fox. 2 outs now for Ted Williams. And Williams lines this one hard, but it's going to be in there for a hit. Williams, a base hit there. He gets an RBI, so Teddy Ballgame, the rookie, gives Boston the lead 5-4. A gallant effort out there by Neiman, but he couldn't make the play. Here's Cronin now. Cronin lines one hard to right. That'll get down there. Cronin with a big hit. And we got another run. It is 6-4 Red Sox. Now they go back up in control. To the 8th inning. Here's Vosmick against Hal Hudson, who's come in to pitch. And this one's drilled to center field, to the wall. Home run for Vosmick to make it 7-4. He destroyed that ball. 448 feet. 7-4 Red Sox as they are coming to life here. Here's Johnny Peacock with still nobody out. This one's lined for a single to the left. Bobby Dorr, the hitter. Dorr will line a single up the middle, so the Red Sox bats remain hot here. It is 2 outs and 2 on. For Tom Wright, we move now to the bottom of the 8th, I should say. No runs there for Boston, and Wright's going to single here to get on base with 1 out. Emerson Dickman, the pitcher, and Jim Rivera's hitting now with the man on. This one's lined and past the third baseman, so St. Louis gets 2 on here with 1 out. The tying run coming to the plate. Krahowski grounds this one to short. Play made at second. They'll get the 1 out there, so runners on the corners, 2 outs. Dickman now facing Bob Neiman here. Let's see if he can get out of the inning. But he cannot. A base hit to right. That'll score a run. Another man heading to third. And it is now 7-5 as St. Louis gets a run back. With 2 outs now, Dick is back up there. He's already homered. And he grounds it now. It's a soft hit. It might not be easy, and he beats the throw to score another run. So Dyke with the infield single, 7-6 the score. St. Louis still alive here, 2 outs in the 8th. Here's Clint Courtney. Courtney lines this one for a hit to right field. Here comes a run around in third. No, they're going to hold him up. Bases loaded. And Marty Marion now in a huge spot. 7-7 tie. Dickman at the helm. He's really been struggling. Let's see if Marion can come through. 3-2 count. Ball 4. It is a walk. And that will walk in the go-ahead run. Can you believe it? The Browns have come all the way back to take the lead 8-7. And Bobby Young now, as a pitching change finally happens. But Young comes through. He gets a hit off Lefevre. 2 more runs are going to score. St. Louis, 2 runs here. They go up 10-7. What an absolute collapse by the Red Sox. To the 9th we go. Would you believe it now? Gene Bearden looking to end the series and get the sweep. Here it comes. A line shot to left field. So it is a double here by Kramer. The Red Sox are going to lead a whole lot more than that. With 2 outs, Vosnick the hitter. Gene Bearden delivers. This is hit to center for a base hit. So Boston will bring up the tying run. 2 outs. Johnny Peacock facing Gene Bearden. They need a miracle, Boston. This one's hit up the middle too short. Play made at first, and that will do it. It is a sweep, ladies and gentlemen. The 1952 St. Louis Browns have stunned the baseball world and have just dismantled the Red Sox of 1939 in 4 straight games. What a game this was. They put up 6 runs in the bottom of the 8th, just when it looked like they were going to be finished. No, sir. They come back and they win this one, and they won 4 in a row. Jim Dick was 4 for 5 with a home run, 3 RBIs. What a performance by him. Jim Delsing, 3 for 3, a double, an RBI. Bobby Doerr, 3 for 4 for the losing side. 17 hits for the Browns. 1 more than the Red Sox, who had 16. It just looked like Boston had this game, but they just couldn't close anything out this entire series. Hudson ended up with a win. Dickman just got destroyed in this game, and Bearden gets the save, and he was on the mound when the last out was made, and nobody, and I mean nobody, expected this series to go this way. St. Louis sweeping the Red Sox. Looking at the numbers, you can see here Jim Dick, 600 for him. He hit a home run as well. Bob Neiman, 588, 6 RBIs. They're actually going to give the MVP to him. He had 10 hits and 17 at-bats. Jim Delsing, 529 for him. Jim Rivera, 444. You can see the numbers for the St. Louis hitters. Outstanding. Pitching was good as well. Harris was 1-0 in 4 innings work. Tommy Byrne, a 386, he got a win. Loose leader out of the pen at 450. Ned Garver had a tough series, but it didn't really matter in the end because Boston just couldn't close the door whenever they had a chance. Bobby Doerr had a good series. He hit 526. Vosnick, 400. Tabor, 350. Joe Cronin drove in 5 with 2 home runs at 333. Ted Williams, only 3 for 13 with 2 RBIs. And Jimmy Fox, 3 for 17, 176. So Williams and Fox, the 2 Hall of Fame stars, did not come to play in this series, which really cost the Red Sox. Pitching-wise, you can see some issues here. Gale House, a bad series. Ostermiller, terrible in his 1 start. You can see Dickman with an ERA over 48. Some of the better arms, well, you can see them here. Wagner, Styles, and Rich pitched okay. Lefevre, he pitched all right, although he let up the big run as well in game number 4. And just a surprise of surprises. I don't think we've seen too many of these. Series 176, maybe the biggest surprise we've seen thus far. The Browns taking control and taking care of business. Bob Neiman, the MVP. 10 for 17 for Neiman. He scored 7 runs in this series, a home run, 6 RBIs. He hit .588, of course, 600 on base, and just was outstanding at the plate. Also part of some good defense by the Browns. Not much else to say. Very disappointing by Boston, and very, very impressive by the 52 Browns. So that will do it for Series 176. This is why we play these series. They're just so unpredictable and exciting. You have a team like Boston that won 90 games and really looked like the favorites. And in comes St. Louis, who finished 7th in the American League. And not only do they beat them, folks, they sweep them away. So again, the final, it's the 1952 St. Louis Browns who are moving on, and the 1939 Boston Red Sox scratching their heads and wondering exactly what happened. It could happen to you that quickly. That's a wrap. Out of the Park Baseball 21, always bringing us entertainment. Historical baseball matchup is the game. Please subscribe if you like what you see. And we, of course, will be right back with you shortly. This one's done. It's a sweep by St. Louis over Boston. We'll catch you very soon.